と英語で言おうと思いますね。Okay. I might sound judgmental, but let me tell you this. I wanna talk about the major difference in the communication between Japanese and English. So Japanese speaker and English speaker. So I mean, Japanese speaker tend to not to say a lot, not to express everything. Don't want to talk about everything. I think. So maybe people in the group, I know you, you know me, we are friends within a group, within a very social, closed group. People can be talkative in Japanese, but in a public space, we don't want to say too much. We don't want to be explicit to others, I think. On the other hand, the people outside Japan, the foreigners, people who can speak English, native speakers or non-native speakers, but they tend to say they are willing to speak up. They are not hesitate to express their own views, I think, for my opinion. These days I'm doing some lesson on a platform, online English conversation, online Japanese conversation platform. And there are some of our students are coming from Asian countries such as Taiwan, Hong Kong, and they are not shy at all. They tend to speak up. So they are happy to share their own views and opinions, and they are always asking me, what do you think? What do you know? What's your opinion about this? Something like that. So so I think the proportion of the people who are open, who can express openly is much more than the proportion of Japanese people who have the similar mentality. So I think this kind of characteristic, personality, open to conversation, is definitely a very big factor for you to be able to speak English, to acquire a certain level of speaking ability, I think. So this is not only language skills. This is more about related to the personality or cultural aspect. What kind of value in your society is? What kind of value is important in your society? If you are in a society where it's better to not to speak too much, maybe that kind of mentality will influence on how you develop your speaking skills in English. Thank you for listening. And I think the important point for us Japanese to be able to speak English is three key things. One is create a friendly environment, safe environment. You can say whatever you want, and nobody can judge you. So you can say whatever you want. Of course, you can't offense. You shouldn't offend someone's feeling, but other than that, you are free here to talk about your feelings, opinions, views, emotions, ideas, something like that. Okay, this is a responsibility for the teachers or the people who are in charge of those atmosphere, those airs in the conversation. Okay, number two, I think if you are at the very beginning stage of the English conversation, I think I can recommend just to say something positive as a reply. So there's one native speaker say blah blah something, and of course this guy need to speak slowly so that people can understand. but I think the positive reaction is a easy way to start conversation, to accept the conversation, to acknowledge the conversation. For example, good, great, cool, really, wow, I see, got it, sure, something like that. These phrases is very easy to use, and also very beneficial to bring some positive vibes into the conversation rather than negative comment. So yeah, so that's the very first stage. I think it's okay to just use these kind of reactions by to react someone's saying. Yeah, and recently I read this book, 英会話サバイバー by 週末歩行部チカ. This is very encouraging, inspirational book. I think, yeah, this gave me a lot of energy and confidence. Yes, because I think she put a lot of very, very beneficial information how to learn her English. And I think this is also very helpful for not only learners but also teachers, because from people we can understand the perspective of learners, and there is a clear-cut, detailed breakdown of stages of learning stages. So it's really important to detect which stage my students are in, and also myself, the teacher itself, because teacher are learner ultimately, right? So yeah, I think this book I can really recommend this book. And yeah, and then there's a pages in 177. Yeah, 177, it says, here's how he put it. She's talking about reaction in mother tongue, native language, not in English, because it will convey the real feeling, true feelings. Here's how she put it. Now you can do some reaction to others, that's a very beginning stage of English. Yes, but your true feelings can be expressed by Japanese, in this case Japanese, so your native language, and you can observe other people, international people, people coming from different countries. They express themselves when they eat something very delicious. Yeah, so for example, Chinese people might react by saying their own language, meaning delicious. So now you understand, the person is really enjoying the food, something like that. So it's okay to speak up with your own language, because it will much more convey you the true feelings. Yeah, so something like that. So ultimately, it's okay to use not only English, but sometimes when something really hits you emotionally, you can say that in your